Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful loaf of bread that is so simple to make, anyone can do it. Let's make some cheese and herb damper on the One Pot Chef. Let's get started on our cheese and herb damper. First things first, into a big bowl we're going to be sifting together 2 cups of plain flour or all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a generous pinch of salt. Add in half a cup of grated cheese, I'm just using cheddar cheese today, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of your choice of dried herbs. I'm using an Italian herb mix, which has got all sorts of lovely things like oregano and sage and paprika and a few other bits and bobs, just whatever dried herbs you happen to like. And just using a wooden spoon, we're just going to mix that all together. I've added in 60 grams of butter, which I've just chopped up into little pieces, and using clean, dry hands, we're just going to rub the butter and the flour together using your fingertips until everything sort of has a sort of consistency of dried breadcrumbs. I made a well in the centre, or a bit of a hole, and we're going to add in our liquid ingredients. And our liquid ingredients is 1 cup, about 250 mils of milk, and 1/4 cup of water, which I've just combined in a jug. We're going to put about 3/4 of that milk mixture into the centre and stir that all together. And just gradually add the remaining liquid until this dough comes together. If your dough's a bit wet, you can always add a little bit of extra flour to it. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface, and we're just going to knead that dough for about a minute. Form the dough into a nice round dome shape, and using the handle of a wooden spoon, we're just going to make some indentations across the top of our dough. Basically, we're just going to make it into little wedge shapes. Last but not least, we're just going to brush a little bit of milk over the surface of the bread. And our cheese and herb damper is ready to go into the oven. Preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about half an hour. And that's our cheese and herb damper out of the oven. It's looking golden and gorgeous. And if you want to know if it's cooked all the way through, just give it a light tap. If it sounds like it's hollow on the inside, you know you're good to go. How gorgeous does that look? It's so simple to make and it's absolutely delicious. The whole kitchen smells all herby and cheesy. Gotta love that. Well, I'm gonna go and take a little bite. Yum. First thing that hits you is the cheese. All those lovely mixed Italian herbs. So good. You could serve this damper by itself or with a little bit of butter on it. You could also serve it as part of a meal. This goes great with soup or with a nice stew or something like that. It's great for dipping. Anyway, whatever you do with it, it is absolutely delicious, and trust me, it is so simple to make. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. This is a very versatile recipe, so you can change up the ingredients very easily. You could use wholemeal flour instead of regular plain flour. You could use a different kind of cheese. You can change up the herbs. There are so many options. Give it a go and find your favourite.